Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Lord of All. My hero has hundreds of millions of supermodels. Chapter 66. Qingzhou Mental Hospital. Su Xiao, wearing a hospital gown, sat beside the bed. The moment the global rankings were announced, Su Xiao took a phone call all morning. Finally, I simply turned off my phone. Dong dong dong. There was a knock on the door. A fairy-like old man walked in with the support of a beautiful nurse. Dean Chin, I'm really fine. Seeing the old man, Su Xiao stood up immediately. This person, it was Qin Mu, the director of Qingzhou Mental Hospital. Apart from the old man who died 2 years ago at home, he is the person Su Xiao is most grateful to. I know you're okay. The trouble you are making is too big, you have to go through the motions, right? Qin Mu walked and sat down next to Su Xiao and smiled. Don't worry, you won't be here for long. You can be discharged from the hospital tonight. It won't delay the development of the territory. Qin Mu reassured. Okay, Su Xiao nodded. How is Luo Luo? Su Xiao asked. She's sleeping. After you made such a fuss, I'm afraid no one in the world will dare to provoke her, so don't worry. Qin Mu stroked his beard and said. Su Xiao, how do you think our hospital treats you? Entong is reborn. Su Xiao replied respectfully. If you say that, I'll be relieved. Qin Mu chuckled. The Global Lords Martial Arts Tournament is about to begin. I have signed you up to represent our academy. Ah, Su Xiao was stunned for a moment. Come back with a good ranking and give our hospital more subsidies. Qin Mu patted Su Xiao on the shoulder. Su Xiao didn't know whether to laugh or cry. The Global Lords Martial Arts Tournament is basically the stage for the First Lords, right? If you ask me, a new lord who has been developing for 7 days, to participate in that competition, won't I be afraid of being beaten black and blue? Ah, you have the strength to kill Mo Xingqiao, so stop pretending to me. Just this once, I won't bother you anymore. Human, no one cares about me when I'm old. Qin Mu sighed leisurely. Okay, I'll participate. Seeing that Qin Mu was about to stage a tragic drama, Su Xiao hurriedly agreed. That's right. Qin Mu smiled. At dusk, Su Xiao changed her clothes and walked out of her room. He planned to take Su Luoluo to celebrate tonight and return to the Endless World tomorrow morning to take stock of the harvest from the monster wave and develop the territory. He did not feel complacent and enjoy himself just because he topped the 52nd global ranking list. Things like developing territory cannot be left behind. At the same time, it should not be too tight and should advocate a balance between work and rest. After sleeping in the mental hospital today, Su Xiao recovered very well. Su Xiao had just taken a few steps when suddenly a bad old man rushed out of the room and stopped him. Finally, I finally found you. Tears flashed in the old man's eyes. What are you? Su Xiao was surprised. Protagonist, you are the protagonist, I finally found it. I found the protagonist. The old man looked up to the sky and cried loudly, and his voice immediately disturbed the people on the first floor. Several nurses quickly stepped forward and stopped him. Why did this old man suddenly go crazy? I've never seen symptoms like this before. Quickly, give him medicine. A group of nurses carried the old man to the ward. Protagonist, wait for me. I will definitely come to you. Main character. The old man stared at Su Xiao with tearful eyes, making him feel a little numb in his heart. Sister nurse, what are his symptoms? Su Xiao asked a nurse. This person was the first lord, but he was eliminated by Endless World very early on. His lord qualifications seemed to be less than 10 years. And then became obsessed with writing books. I wrote 99 books, and they were all sold out. So he lost his mind and became crazy. He said he wanted to find the protagonist. I have been hospitalized for a year and there is no sign of improvement. It's the first time I've gone crazy like this today. It seems like my condition has gotten worse. Listening to the nurse's explanation, Su Xiao pondered for a moment and asked, what's his name? The nurse was stunned for a moment. He's Su Xiao, tell him. Someone echoed. This old man's name is Zhang Daowei. The nurse said. Zhang Daowei. Su Xiao whispered the name of the crazy old man and walked out of the mental hospital. This year, there is a lot of talk about the Year of Destiny. Some people always say that the protagonist of the world is born. In Su Xiao's opinion, if there is a protagonist in the world, it must be Yi Zichou. Why? because he felt that Blue Star's luck was not enough for him to awaken the Lord Talent of the mythical 9 stars. No, not only the fate of Blue Star, but also the sons of the world born in the 3,000 worlds of the human race may not be able to have it. Because Yan Yuro and the others said that the human race has no epics. Legend is the peak. Shaking her head, Su Xiao put Zhang Daowei's matter behind her and went to find Su Luoluo and Bai Jia. The next day, Su Xiao returned to the endless world. Milty, how much karma fire energy have you accumulated? Su Xiao asked. 197 points, Lord, do you want to upgrade infinite armor? Milty asked. Lift. Okay. 100 points of karma fire energy have been consumed, and the Hell Path infinite armor has been promoted to Myth 2 star. Close black lens bracket. The physical defense growth coefficient of infinite armor increases by 10 points. Close black lens bracket. The spell defense growth coefficient of infinite armor increases by 10 points. Close black lens bracket. The improvement of Hell Realm abilities is not just the improvement of Milta's infinite armor alone. Together with Alicia and Su Xiao, the level of the infernal armor owned by them has been upgraded to Myth 2 star. Su Xiao watched as the infinite armor's defense increased by 1/5. I'm thinking about setting up an organization myself in Blue Star. Collect a small amount of money and clean up the evil in each country. In this way, why worry about the upgrade of Wujian armor being slow? Thinking about it, Su Xiao set his sights on the rewards harvested by the monster wave. They are all babies who started out as legends. After such a long rest, it's time to develop and expand the territory. The first is the legendary Samsung Space Carrier design drawing. Su Xiao took a look and found that the required materials lacked anti-gravity metal and some related technologies. Even if it is built, no one will open it, so it can be put on hold for the time being. The other things were all construction cards, and Su Xiao used them immediately without even thinking about them. A legendary 9-star weather controller can control the weather in all directions of the territory and avoid some weather disasters in the endless world. Drought, floods, heavy rains, lightning, ice and snow are all natural disasters that cause great losses to the territory. With the weather control device, Su Xiao's territory can ignore these and only make evacuation preparations for earthquakes. With the appearance of a legendary 9-star nuclear fusion power plant, the territory has entered the electric age. The legendary scientific research institute built previously was able to work. The effect of an epic 3-star Tongbi Lingquan is quite exaggerated. After drinking it, it can permanently increase the natural growth coefficient of health by 100 points. Completely good news for crispy careers. Moreover, this spiritual spring is still being generated continuously, but unfortunately it is a territorial building and can only be used by your own territorial units. Otherwise, if it is used for trading and selling, it will be a mountain of gold. 100 bottles of epic 6-star forgotten water can wash away attribute values and obtain all free attribute distribution points. This value is very high. You must be at a high level to experience the value of this epic. The epic 9-star hero recruitment card is something Su Xiao doesn't like. It only occupies the hero slot. But for others, it is just out of reach. Human race, there is no epic. If this epic 9-star hero recruitment card were circulated, I wonder if it would cause a big disturbance. No one can afford it at this stage. Only later can we barter. Next, there is the mythical level. 100 mythical 3-star sun shooting towers. Su Xiao set up 25 on each of the 4 walls. Open black lens bracket sun shooting tower, close black lens bracket. Level: mythical 3-star, growth coefficient 153. Category: defense tower. Level: level 1. Experience value: 0/10. HP: 10,000. Physical strength 11 degrees, 100. Spell strength: 100. Physical defense: 100. Spell defense: 100. Skills: 9-year ray, penetrating laser, sunfall. Evaluation: believe in the sun, question the sun, shoot down the sun. Close black lens bracket. The various attributes of the sun shooting tower are very balanced, including both physical attack methods and spell attack methods. And as a building unit, it has high health. The upgrade of defense towers is somewhat different from other buildings. Other building upgrades require additional building materials and time. Time is accelerated by the energy of the territory, and the materials can only be evaporated slowly. But the defense tower is different. The upgrade of the defense tower, like the arms and heroes, requires killing monsters and gaining experience points. It would be nice if there was another wave of monsters now. Su Xiao looked at the nearly 100-meter-high sun-shooting towers and sighed with emotion. If there is another wave of monsters, the 100 sun-shooting towers in his territory can be upgraded to level 30. After installing the sun-shooting tower, Su Rui found a larger clearing that had been cut down. The military buildings of the mythical 6 stars were also placed. Building cards are used. To the south of the territory, the terrain with a radius of several hundred meters has changed. Su Xiao, it seems that we need to expand our territory. This military building occupies nearly a quarter of his territory. Open black lens bracket sacred fire domain close black lens bracket. Level, mythical 6 stars. Category, military buildings. Efficacy, can recruit the mythical 6-star soldier, Lihuo Suzaku. Close black lens bracket. Recruitment requirements. Lihuo crystal ×1, this unit cannot be recruited using territorial energy or unit recruitment card. Close black lens bracket. Evaluation. The Holy Spirit of Heaven, 7 constellations in the south, and the Divine Bird Suzaku. Close black lens bracket. The Divine Beast race is an extremely rare and powerful race among all the races in the world. Suzaku is a very high-ranking being in the mythical beast clan. He is good at making Nanming Lihuo, and in the field of flames, he is the best in the world. Under it, there are 3-legged golden crows and hundreds of birds and phoenixes. In the 3,000 worlds of the human race, there have been legends about many mythical beasts. Su Xiao is no stranger to this. Rather, it feels so exciting to have things in fantasy myths appear in front of me. Recruit the required Lihuo crystals and record them. Su Xiao noted that this material is as in short supply as anti-gravity metal. In the future, when farmers go out to collect resources, they can take a steam train if they are close, or a space carrier if they are far away. Troops and heroes can ride Suzaku. Traveling is no problem at all, perfect. Finally, Su Xiao looked at the mythical 9-star token in her hand and felt a little pain. Unknown identity token. Level, mythical 9 stars. Effect, unknown. Evaluation, something unknown. Damn it, can this also be used as a reward for the 900th wave of monsters? If it weren't for the mythical 9 stars 9 heaven-slaying swordsmanship and the Hongmeng Holy Sword. Su Xiao had to scold this heaven for a few words. After counting the harvest, Su Xiao walked towards the Lord Crystal. Now, he and the 2 heroes have reached the level limit again. The top priority is to upgrade the territory to level 4. Open black lens bracket Lord Crystal close black lens bracket. Level 3. Upgrade requirements. 1000 stone, 1000 wood, 1000 iron ore, 1000 silver, 1000 gold, 10,000 territory energy. Close black lens bracket. Now, there is an urgent shortage of gold, silver, and territory. Things that seem cheap or easy to earn. But when every lord is lacking, it will be difficult. If someone gets it, they won't sell it to you. At this point in time, most lords are attacking level 2 territories. It's time to develop the iron ore market. Su Xiao pondered for a moment and opened the trading channel. Relying on the mining efficiency of the legendary super alloy axe draft, he has accumulated a lot of iron ore in his territory. When everyone is in short supply, they can be traded and sold. Register a store. After passing the monster wave assessment and becoming an official lord, you can register a shop and conduct long-term transactions. Rather than a unilateral transaction between 2 people. If there is a shop, even 1,000 or 10,000 people can trade with you at the same time. Please enter the store name. Close black lens bracket. Children and elders are not deceived. Name successfully. Close black lens bracket. Register the store for the first time, obtain the achievement, rare goods to live in, and unlock the trading channel function upgrade. Close black lens bracket. The trading channel function has been upgraded, you can trade with lords other than the human race. Close black lens bracket. Current tradable range. Lords of the same generation. Close black lens bracket. Su Xiao's trading channel suddenly expanded a lot. The original lord of the same term of the human race within the scope of the transaction lost the second minister of the human race. In this way, it is better to obtain some foreign output. For example, the demon tribe's demonic aura and fragrance. The soul essence core of the ghost clan. The bone armor of the undead. The Lihuo crystal is only available to the divine beast clan. Su Xiao consumed all the remaining territory energy to expand the shop to 1,000 squares. Transport the iron ore into the shop in one go. Enter the selling price and list the transaction. At this time, a shop that could sell iron ore suddenly attracted the attention of countless lords. Shop. Children and old men are not bullied. Products for sale. Iron ore, unit price is 10 territory energy. Close black lens bracket. Products purchased. Anti-gravity metal, Lihuo spar. Close black lens bracket. Damn it, 10 territory energy and 1 unit of iron ore, why don't you go grab it? Go crazy. What a profiteer. So treacherous. What kind of force started this? It's more treacherous than us goblins. I'll ask our Chamber of Commerce to raise the price of iron ore right now. In less than a few minutes, Su Xiao's store received hundreds of comments from trolls. However, the quantity of iron ore is also declining. At this time when demand exceeds supply, no matter how high the price is, there are still people who need it. Do you need Lihuo quartz? Soon, Su Xiao received a private message. Yes, Su Xiao replied quickly. What can you give me? Lihuo spar is the material of the 9-star epic. Su Xiao, how many do you have? 5. Su Xiao, well, I'll trade it with you for a bottle of water of oblivion. 1 bottle of water of oblivion. Su Xiao, what are you thinking about? Of course it's 5 bottles per bottle. The water of oblivion has no effect in the early stage. Su Xiao, do you have the Lihuo spar? My level is high, it's 9-star epic, and yours is 6-star epic. Su Xiao, who are you fooling? This is a prop and yours is a material. How can the value be the same? Then, I'll think about it. Su Xiao, I'll give you 3 seconds, I won't let you down. Okay, I'll sell, let's trade. 1 bottle of forgotten water was exchanged for 5 Lihuo crystals. Su Xiao couldn't wait to come to the divine fire domain. I have to say how vast the heavens are. Even the epic 9-star material, Li Fire Crystal Stone, was obtained by someone right from the start. Even Yan Yuro and the others can't get this thing. The other side, the value of the forgotten water is indeed much higher than that of the Lihuo crystal. But, at the beginning, what is he going to do with the fire crystal stone? On the red land, a woman in red sat cross-legged on the ground, looking at the water of oblivion in her hands. Those 5 Lihuo crystals were the rewards she obtained after passing 200 waves of monsters. Could it be? Suddenly, a possibility flashed in her mind. The recruitment requirement for their mythical 6-star unit, the Lihuo Suzaku, of the Divine Beast tribe, seems to be the Lihuo crystal. How can this be? Other than existence, how can anyone recruit Suzaku at the beginning? And it's impossible for those few to lack the Lihuo crystal stone. The woman in red shook her head and stopped thinking about it. In front of the divine fire domain. Recruit. As Su Xiao finished speaking, the 5 Lihuo crystals in his hand shattered into light and automatically flew into the fire domain. Along with the chirping, 5 flaming birds, dozens of meters tall, emerged from the fire. They were all golden and red, and when they breathed, the burning breath hit their faces. The golden bird crown reveals its noble temperament. The feathers are slightly raised, like a slowly burning flame. The red eyes and red flames are full of divine wisdom. 5 Suzakus flew in front of Su Xiao, knelt down and lowered their heads. See Lord, an ethereal voice, melodious and graceful. Open black lens bracket Lihuo Suzaku close black lens bracket. Level. Mythical 6 stars, growth coefficient is 171. Level 1. Loyalty. 70, loyalty to duty. Open black lens bracket. Health value. 1000. Physical strength. 10. Spell strength. 190. Physical defense. 20. Spell defense. 80. Skills. Nanming Lihuo, space jump, godly fire explosion. Evaluation. Divine bird Suzaku, flame supreme. Close black lens bracket. You guys visit the territory, walk around, and then make your own arrangements. Su Xiao ordered. Okay, Lord, There was an ethereal voice, and 5 Suzakus flew into the sky and hovered over the territory. Facing this mythical creature, Su Xiao didn't have too many requirements. Unlike Milty and the others, they have life or death loyalty. If you are not careful and your loyalty drops, you will have to spend several times more energy to make up for it. As the Suzaku took off, a series of reminders of increased farmers' loyalty came from Tiandao Terminal. After a while, the 5 Suzakus chose to go out to level up together. Wan Gaoyuan. After paying homage to Suzaku, Su Xiao called Wan Gaoyuan. Lord. Wan Gaoyuan bowed respectfully. These are 10 farmer job transfer books. You select a few outstanding farmers and give them to use. You can also use them yourself. Su Xiao handed a stack of manuals to Wan Gaoyuan. Lord, I don't want to change my job for the time being. Wan Gaoyuan said anxiously. Okay. Su Xiao nodded. Thank you, Lord, for the gift. Wan Gaoyuan raised his head, excited. Changing jobs means having a fixed job arrangement. Wan Gaoyuan would rather be a manager than do those jobs. Wan Gaoyuan has always been a good manager. If he is willing to continue to be a manager, Su Xiao will not refuse. 10 outstanding farmers successfully changed jobs. Surprisingly, one person changed his job to a scientist, and the research speed of the Scientific Research Institute was improved. After a while, more than half of the iron ore in the shop was sold, and a large amount of territory energy was recorded. Only silver and gold are needed to upgrade to level 4 territory. Su Xiao looked at the inventory of territory energy, pondered for a moment, and decided to go to the Zukai virtual network world. Use the existing territory energy as capital to earn more territory energy, and then purchase gold and silver to upgrade the territory to level 4. Taking out a homemade mask, Su Xiao put it on her face. His hero's victory rate is so high that no one dares to take it anymore. You can't earn a few territory energy in half a day. This time, he is going to fight the Lord Battle. Your friend, God knows the ghost, is online. Close black lens bracket. Yan Yuro, who was in the virtual network of the heavens, was surprised. I don't know where this God-knowing ghost has gone. He hasn't been online for several days. As a lord, you shouldn't have much to do and you need to be busy in the territory, right? For the individual lord, the opportunity of the virtual network world in the heavens. But it is no less than the endless world. The lord copy alone is enough to make many people soar into the sky. Yan Yuro opened the Friends panel and checked the status of God Knows and Ghosts Know. Found that the other party logged into the Lord Battle platform. Yan Yuro's eyes lit up, and she immediately sent a message to the 5 group chat. Second brother is having a personal battle with the Lord, come and watch. The strength of God Knows Gui Xiao has always been a mystery, and everyone is very curious. Within a moment, Desert, Yaimeng Qinzu and I Am the Chosen One came online one after another. God knows what the ghost knows. You guys, if you don't develop your territory, are you just here to watch the fun? Desert Gaian. Hey, second brother, I want to see if you are qualified to fight with me. Yaimeng Qinzu. Second brother, why are you wearing a mask? I am the chosen one. Ha ha ha. I'm still wearing a mask. Didn't my second brother say it before? People are afraid of being famous, but pigs are afraid of being strong. I'm laughing to death. God knows what the ghost knows. Are you asking for a beating? I am the chosen one. Come on, who is afraid of whom? We choose to fight for 10 minutes before fighting. Yan Yuro. I'm waiting for you to sing for 10 minutes first, right? Tianxuan, why are you so swollen again? Yi Meng Qinzu. Harm, after someone fights the monster wave, he will gain 1 virtue a day. I am the chosen one. Second brother, how much territory energy have you suppressed? God knows and ghosts know, 10,000. I am the chosen one. Damn, there are so many, what? I am the chosen one. If I lose, won't I lose my pants? God knows what the ghost knows. Come on, your identity lacks territorial energy. I won't say it anymore, I've found my match. Yaimeng Qinzu. How about we also place bets? Yan Yuro. Okay. Desert Gaian. I agree. I am the chosen one. Follow my second brother to eat and drink. Yaimeng Qinzu. Huh, second brother, why do you still have so many viewers? Lord Battle Platform. Su Xiao wears a mask in a black box. What he was wearing was a white skull mask with red and black patterns on half of his face. The pale golden eyes shine through the skull's eye sockets, exuding a sense of oppression. With 10,000 territory energy, Su Xiao directly activated the angel's glory. Except that the 12 wings were too eye-catching and were not used. Now, it can be said that he is infinitely close to his heyday. It just lacks the speed increase brought by the wings. Moreover, depending on the characteristics of the opponent, he can switch the angel's brilliance to the magic power of the eternal elf at any time. The Hunyuan Faceless Kung Fu has reached the 3rd level. With 70% of the hero's strength, he has a very high attribute panel. Open black lens bracket Lord. Su Xiao close black lens bracket. Level 30. Health value 6048. Physical strength 4469. Spell strength 4469. Physical defense 35 plus 1260. Spell defense 35 plus 1260. Armor mythical 2 stars infinite armor. After Milti took Tongbiling Quan, her health increased by 3000 points. The originally weak health value has been almost doubled. At the same time, Yi Yinsheng's health value has also been increased accordingly. However, just looking at the data panel is still rather scientific. Give yourself the holy light judgment, and it will almost kill you instantly. But Su Xiao was not too worried. As the saying goes, the best defense is offense. Just use attack and resist the opponent's attack. Moreover, with the infinite armor, fault tolerance can also be improved a lot. Su Xiao was very energetic and focused. With 10,000 territory energy under pressure, we cannot lose no matter what. God knows and ghosts know vs. Sword Qi Zonggang. It's him. In the audience, Yan Yuro had a look of surprise on her face. What? Third sister, do you know her? Desert Guyan asked curiously. A swordsman genius and a swordsman. At the age of only 18, he cultivated to the golden elixir realm. After entering the endless world, the level was digitized and returned to level 1. The level was lowered by the Lord's rules. But after receiving a large amount of experience from the monster tide, his level was raised to level 30, and his cultivation level returned to the golden core stage. Yan Yuro explained. Level 30. So high. I'm only level 20. I, the chosen one, complained. Brother Tianxuan, I am already level 30. Yaimeng Qinzu chuckled. You old magicians have given us too few support resources. No matter what the test is, the territory upgrade will naturally be slower. Desert Guyan patted me and I was the chosen one. Haha, I guess the younger brother chosen by heaven is the better one. Yan Yuro smiled. I'm not good at it. I almost reached level 20 on my own. I, Tianxuan, was very unconvinced. After the monster wave, he received resource support and gradually began to expand, because his territory had reached level 4. The level is still 20, but he lacks experience points. If there is another wave of monsters, he will definitely be able to surpass these guys. If my guess is correct. Yan Yuro looked towards the Lord Battle platform, looking at Su Xiao who was wearing a skull mask. God knows what the devil knows, and I only relied on myself to reach level 30. Second brother is a cow, but you are exaggerating a bit. I curled my lips as the chosen one. I went to Science and Technology Civilization to check, but I couldn't find him. Yan Yuro said again. Maybe he comes from a hidden family. I, the chosen one, retorted. Technological civilization, hidden world. Everyone looked at me strangely. I am the chosen one. I am the chosen one and my face turns red. Indeed, in the hidden world of technological civilization, then there is still the development of hammer technology. It is not advisable to build a car behind closed doors. Maybe others already have interstellar orbital particle cannons, but you are still building a bicycle. If you want to develop science and technology, communication is essential. Maybe he's not a technologically advanced person. Look, you can tell a thing or two by looking at the way he fights. Damo Guyan said and everyone nodded. Lord Battle platform. Su Xiao held a long sword transformed into an angel's light and looked at the young man opposite who also held a long sword. Sword. The young man's eyes were full of amusement. I advise you to use another weapon to fight me. It's still too late. Why? Su Xiao said. Because all the swords in the world worship me, Ji Yu Jianming. Yu Jianming said, raising his head proudly. Yu Jianming. He is Yu Jianming. Oh my god, that swordsman genius in the world of cultivation. God knows that Gui Xiao has met his opponent now. Just because his hero is strong doesn't mean he is strong. Your own strength is closely related to the skills you practice. Sword cultivators are among the best in single combat, right? The audience was in an uproar because of Yu Jianming's name. This name is not unfamiliar to them. Yu Jianming's name has spread to many cosmic civilizations a few years ago. Everyone knows that the cultivation civilization has such a Yu Jianming. It turns out he is Yu Jianming. The old men in our family always use him to suppress my spirit. I don't think he can beat me in a duel. I am the chosen one with my arms crossed. Come on, brother Zhang, let me sing for 10 minutes first, right? Yi Meng Qinzu rolled her eyes. Qinzu, what do you call me, brother Zhang fan? I, the chosen one, widened my eyes. Aren't you getting more and more swollen? I still like the way you looked when I first saw you. You were so self-pitying and you looked like an unlucky ghost. Yi Meng Qinzu said with nostalgia. This means that you need to have all the fun in life, do you understand? I, the chosen one, snorted softly. Don't make any noise and just focus on watching. The sword cultivator's battle is likely to end in the blink of an eye. Damo Guyan stared at Su Xiao on the stage. Okay. The two stopped arguing and looked at Su Xiao. Perhaps it's time to lift a corner of the mysterious veil of God's knowledge and knowledge of ghosts. Are you sure you don't want to change weapons? Yu Jianming stared at the glorious sword in Su Xiao's hand and said calmly. No change. Su Xiao shook her head. As long as he can guarantee victory, he doesn't intend to go all out. At least let the opponent show it well. Humility is a lesson learned from the past. You are too fierce, and if others don't fight you, it will be difficult to earn territory energy. For Su Xiao, there is no place to earn territory faster than this battle platform. Well, you can start regretting it. Yu Jianming stretched out two fingers and hooked the glorious sword in Su Xiao's hand. Come over, Su Xiao. Where does this idiot come from? There was no response, and Yu Jianming was stunned for a moment. He has a clear sword mind, so how could there be a sword that doesn't obey his sword control skills? Come here. Yu Jianming spread out his entire palm and bent it. Still no response. With so many people in the audience watching, Yu Jianming felt a little embarrassed. His heart skipped a beat. He held his sword and attacked Su Xiao. Zhang. Su Xiao held his sword in front of him and blocked the blow. However, on the left side of his body, a sword appeared out of thin air and shot at his neck. Su Xiao ducked sideways. It's useless. Yu Jianming launched a violent attack. Every time I attack, a flying sword will be superimposed. How can you fight against me? In a blink, Yu Jianming held a sword in his hand, and there were more than 10 flying swords floating around his body. He is too perverted. I, the chosen one, was dumbfounded. Yu Jianming's sword can fly without the need for spiritual control. So while attacking with the sword, you can also attack with all your strength. Yan Yuro explained. Then this battle will be a bit difficult for my second brother. Damo Guyan frowned slightly. The words just fell. Su Xiao took the initiative to attack. Yu Jianming's sword power cannot be superimposed, otherwise, he will expose more of his trump cards. It will be difficult if no one takes the challenge later. Facing Su Xiao's attack, Yu Jianming also imitated Su Xiao's example and used his body skills to dodge in a leisurely manner. However, Su Xiao's sword suddenly stretched an inch. Brushed Yu Jianming's shoulder. It was just a slight scratch, but Yu Jianming didn't notice it. Winner. Retreat to dawn. Why, how did it end? Yu Jianming's eyes were blank, looking at the judgment of the battle platform, not knowing why. The audience on the stage, Ba Zhang became an O shape. Stunned, as motionless as a sculpture. Yu Jianming opened the judgment record with doubts. HP -7078, fatal attack. Close black lens bracket. Hold the grass. What kind of harm is this? A scratch killed me. Gone. There's something fishy. No matter how high your attack is, you can't kill me with just a scratch. If it were placed in this world, I wouldn't be able to do it. Even if you apply poison, How can you kill someone instantly? Ji Jianming said anxiously with a pale face. He blushed and was very unconvinced. It was the first time in his life that he tasted failure, and he couldn't accept it. Su Xiao chuckled and did not explain. How can something like a trump card be revealed to others so easily? Let your opponent worry about it. The moment his glorious sword came into contact with Ji Jianming, the angel's radiance poured into Ji Jianming's body and tore it into pieces. If it weren't for the virtual world, Ji Jianming would be dead. I noticed the strange looks on the stage. Ji Jianming stopped quibbling and went offline with a curse. Congratulations on your victory, you have gained 10,000 territory energy points. Close black lens bracket. Once the battle is won, farmers can dig iron ore for several days. Su Xiao took a deep breath and chose to continue fighting. This time, he invested money in the battle and increased the territory energy to 20,000. Matching starts. With such a high amount of territorial energy, it took a while to find an opponent. At the same time, the news that Ji Jianming was defeated by Shenji Guixiao also spread throughout the 3,000 worlds of the human race. Some people who didn't know Ji Jianming in the past. Because of this incident, I got to know Ji Jianming. The name of God knows what ghosts know, and it spreads like wildfire. Countless people are speculating on which civilization's ace he will belong to. The winner, God knows and the ghost knows. Close black lens bracket. Congratulations on your victory, you have gained 50,000 territory energy points. Close black lens bracket. Current territory energy, 43,1564. With more than 50,000 territory energy, it cannot match the opponent. Su Xiao fixed the stakes for the battle at 50,000. Now, he has earned 430,000 territory energy, which can be said to be a sudden fortune. Next, the long matching begins again. Now that he has become famous, Su Xiao naturally plans to earn as much as he can. Take a look at this person and see if he's interested. Open black lens bracket. God knows and ghost knows. Close black lens bracket. Number of battles, 10. Open black lens bracket. Wins, 10. Close black lens bracket. Winning rate, 100%. We've only won 10 games in a row, so we can't be motivated. A lazy young man looked at the information in the terminal and yawned. He has defeated many geniuses for 10 consecutive victories. Now every game has a stake of 50,000. Oh, hearing such words, the young man became excited. He immediately logged into the virtual world of Zudian. Matched opponent, Kong Daozi. God knows the ghost vs Kwang Daozi. Is this guy here too? On the audience stage, the most surprising area of mist and rain is multifaceted. Who is he? Everyone looked at Yan Yuro. One who is empty of Tao. The Tao of emptiness is one of the 3 secret cultivation methods in our world of cultivation. The so-called secret cultivation means that if you don't show your prowess on ordinary days, if you show it, it will startle Zhao, and move the world. And, the ability of the Void Tao, is extremely powerful. Second brother, now we have encountered a serious problem. Yan Yuro explained. Hey, Damo Guyan didn't take it seriously. You say that every time. I hope he can bring out some of his second brother's abilities. Let's see which civilization Shengying belongs to. Lord Battle Platform, are you willing to admit defeat, or are you prepared to face despair? Kong Daozi looked at Su Xiao and stretched. I might as well tell you. My abilities are very perverted. Able to switch between reality and reality, immune to certain physical damage or spell damage. In other words, neither physical attacks nor magic attacks have any effect on me. I can resist extremely high damage. No matter how powerful your attack is, you have nowhere to use it. Kong Daozi stretched out his hand and yawned. It's useless to talk more, let's fight. Su Xiao attacked with his sword. He felt that the geniuses of these wealthy families all liked to show off their abilities. Facing Su Xiao's attack, Kong Daozi stood with his arms folded indifferently. Let you attack 100 times first and then I. Open black lens bracket HP 3050, close black lens bracket. Well, the defense is really good. Su Xiao praised and slashed with his sword. HP minus 3050, fatal attack. Close black lens bracket. Winner. God knows and ghost knows. Close black lens bracket. Kong Daozi froze on the spot. It shouldn't be. His ability can automatically determine whether the opponent's attack is physical or magical. Then the body undergoes transformation from reality to reality. What? It didn't work. Excuse me. Su Xiao grinned. My attack is a mixed damage. Hearing this, the whole audience was stunned. Mixed damage. The kind that needs to be reduced by both physical defense and spell damage. Trash within the trash. Damn it, how can an attack with mixed damage be so high? Kong Daozi was dumbfounded. He looked at Su Xiao as if he was seeing a natural enemy. The battle of the geniuses of the human race begins early. The mysterious man in the mask, God knows the ghost, and I seek defeat alone. Among the 3,000 world's geniuses, no one can defeat me. Shocking, the defeat of cultivator swordsman genius Gu Jianming. Close black lens bracket. Horrifying value, it turns out he has mixed damage. Empty Dao issued a statement to avoid 1,000 years. Have you heard that the Taoist disciple cultivated by the Tao of emptiness was killed by 2 swords as soon as he was born? Really or not, the Kong Dao ability is so abnormal, can it be killed instantly? Who do you think it is? Who? God knows and Ghost knows. God knows who the devil is. You don't even know what God knows and what ghosts know. The name of God knows Ghost spreads throughout the 3,000 worlds of the human race in an instant. At the same time, with the defeat of Kong Daozi, the number of people in Su Xiao's viewing space is increasing. Millions, tens of millions, billions, trillions. Countless human lords have logged into the virtual online world of the heavens. Only this virtual world can accommodate so many people at the same time. In today's world, I don't know how huge the scene is. Su Xiao took a look at the audience data and felt a thump in her heart. That guy just now, could he be a big shot? Su Xiao gradually felt regret in her heart. The opponent was too pretentious, so he couldn't hold back and pretended a little. The 2 swords killed it for a second, but I didn't expect it to be so flat. Isn't it possible that all 3,000 realms of the human race are alarmed? Yan Yuro, second brother, you are so awesome. Yan Yuro, people's Taoism is empty. Once you escape from the world for thousands of years, you will be gone. If you don't come out, it will shock the world. Yan Yuro, you've beaten me back all of a sudden. After scanning the group chat information, Su Xiao felt a little confused. Desert Gaian. I have never heard of a civilization that makes good use of mixed damage types. Second brother, you are really mysterious. After closing the group chat information, Su Xiao felt like crying. This time, I won't be able to find my opponent. At this moment, a line of text appeared in front of him. Matched opponent. Holy Son of Xuanwu. I heard that you want to challenge the 3,000 realms of the human race. A young man with a strong build and honest appearance looked at Su Xiao curiously. Su Xiao's eyes were blank. When did he say? Yes. Su Xiao nodded. If this can provide a steady stream of opponents, that's okay. Hey, Holy Son Xuanwu smiled. Oh my god, he's actually the Holy Son of Xuanwu. Is he really the Holy Son of Zon 900 martial arts? He's here too. Is it his own idea or the Xuanwu world's idea? The audience was in an uproar. They are in the viewing space, separated from the battle platform by a spatial barrier. Countless people, like crazy people, rushed over and pressed against the spatial barrier. Saint Son of Xuanwu, look at me, look at me. Look at me, Saint Son of Xuanwu, roaring, pulling, and extremely noisy. The ordinary-looking Holy Son of Xuanwu can make these audiences so crazy. There is no other reason, because Holy Son Xuanwu is the son of the world. The son of the world in Xuanwu realm. Did not expect. God knows that Gui Xiao's challenge is actually answered by a son of the world. Oh my god. In the independent viewing space, Damo Gaian and others looked at Holy Son Xuanwu and fell silent. In the Xuanwu world, it is said that the people there have extremely thin Xuanwu blood. Countless epochs ago, someone in their ancestors had a relationship with the mythical beast Xuanwu. Quote. It developed into this world. Although in the Xuanwu world, as it proliferates and its bloodline becomes thinner, its power declines. But once the son of the world appears, everything will be turned upside down. The son of the world who was born from the luck of the Xuanwu world is very likely to have atavism in his bloodline. In this way, the offspring produced by him will also have strong Xuanwu blood. The Xuanwu world is about to rise. Desert Gaian was filled with emotion. In the year of destiny, these non-pure humans also began to appear. Yan Yuro looked at the mask on Su Xiao's face and said with a smile, maybe the second brother is also one of them, otherwise why would he be so strong? I still can't figure out how to do it. People from the Xuanwu world. I heard that their defense is like a tortoise and cannot be beaten at all. Yaimeng Qinzu shook her head and looked at her little fist. With her immense strength, she is most afraid of people from the Xuanwu world. Haha, I want to eat it. I really want to see his expression behind the mask. I am the chosen one laughing. As the pride of the magic world, he is not afraid of the holy son of Xuanwu. Certainly, the premise is to let him chant for a few minutes first. God knows the ghost vs Xuanwu holy son. The battle begins. People were still roaring wildly. Especially those female lords, they have suppressed the greatest strength in their lives. I wish my voice could be sent across the space in front of me. It reached the ears of holy son Xuanwu. Even if it makes him look at himself. If you fall in love with her, you can get married and have children. A child with a high concentration of Xuanwu blood might become the mother of a world in the Xuanwu world in the future. The audience's madness made Su Xiao chatter. This damn thing is even scarier than Blue Star's groupies. I'll let you attack me 100 times first. Holy Son Xuanwu glanced at the glorious sword in Su Xiao's hand and smiled slightly. Well, the last person who said this was. Su Xiao was a little embarrassed. The empty dowsy that he killed before caused such a big sensation. If this holy son of Xuanwu is killed again, your attack does mixed damage. I can rebound physical damage I take. Mixed damage, which also includes physical damage. This is my attack method. I might as well tell you that I have full physical defense plus points. Among the 3,000 realms of the human race, I am the most fleshly. Holy Son Xuanwu said, showing a simple and honest smile. So, you can attack as much as you like. After all, I don't have any attack methods. Quote, I don't have the ability to take action even if I want to. So, attack me 100 times first. The words of Holy Son Xuanwu made Su Xiao look strange. Hey guys, are there any additional points for full physical defense? It's really weird, but the ability to bounce back attacks is really awesome. Bring it on. Holy Son Xuanwu made a seal with one hand, and the thick armor of thorns covered his whole body. His eyes were a little more proud. Hitting me is like hitting yourself. He has already understood this. The attack is surprisingly high, indicating that the defense is not very good. As long as he attacks him, the damage will rebound a little and he will be dead. Then what if I don't attack? Su Xiao asked curiously. Then let's wait until the time is up and it will be a draw. Holy Son Xuanwu shook his shoulders indifferently. The draw ended, but reputation was still on his side. The news will always write that God knows that Guixiao is too scared to attack him. With your development like this, what will you do if you encounter a strong legal enemy? Su Xiao asked curiously. Facing the mysterious Xiao Xiao who was as curious as a baby, Holy Son Xuanwu said speechlessly. Run away, how else can I sing? You're full. Are you having trouble with yourself? Are you dedicated to fighting opponents who restrain yourself? Su Xiao, then you don't want the territory anymore. You are stupid, I only have physical defense, and my territory is not. Holy Son Xuanwu became a little angry. He felt that God knew he was being treated as a fool. Oh well, in this case, I won't be polite. Su Xiao looked at Holy Son Xuanwu with a look of pity. Suddenly, when Holy Son Xuanwu saw the eyes in Su Xiao's mask, the golden light dissipated. The deep black eyes stared into his heart. This God knows what the devil knows, wouldn't there be magic attacks in addition to mixed attacks? Well, it doesn't matter if I have it. Weak legal attacks can't defeat him, and they may not be able to keep up with the automatic recovery of his health. Unless you are a proud lord from the magic world, that's pretty much it. No one is perfect, who can develop so comprehensively. People who use mixed attacks obviously add half points to physical attacks and magic attacks. Why don't they fight? Why do I feel a little palpitated? I was the chosen one and looked around. As a magic holy body, he could feel the chills standing on and across the space barrier. It seems that there is very high-level magic appearing in the world. It's wired. Boom. A calm battle platform. There was a loud explosion, which made all the audience tremble. The female lords who screamed for Holy Sun Xuanwu were also stunned. Only saw. The god who was wearing a mask and black armor was shrouded in flames. Scorching red flames soared into the sky. The sky-reaching pillar of fire wraps around god and ghost, spinning crazily. Nah. Looking at the nearly 1,000-meter-high pillar of fire, I, the chosen one, opened my mouth wide. Su Xiao stretched out her hand and pressed it. Fire dragon torch. Suddenly, the highest point of the sky-reaching fire pillar turned into a dragon head burning with flames. The body of the pillar transformed into the body of a dragon. The tail of the pillar turned into a dragon's tail. The pillar of fire left the body. The fire dragon, which was bathed in fire, looked up to the sky and let out a dragon roar before bending 180 degrees. He pressed down on the wide-eyed Holy Sun Xuanwu. Boom! The fire dragon hit the ground and bit it down with one bite. The violent red flames made Su Xiao's clothes clank. The black armor on his body was reflected in red. Open black lens bracket weak point attack, close black lens bracket. HP minus 13,197, fatal attack. Close black lens bracket. Winner. God knows and ghost knows. Close black lens bracket. Looking at the information revealed on the Lord Battle platform. Everyone was stunned, their eyes blank. Still immersed in the scene just now. That fire dragon, like a bolt from the blue, struck into their Tianlin cap. It shook my mind to pieces. Like everyone else who was in a daze, Holy Sun Xuanwu looked at Su Xiao blankly. I can't believe that God knows that Gui Xiao can actually launch such a powerful magic attack. Instant kill. Another instant kill. In the independent viewing space, I, the chosen one, had my lips trembling. Ha, fourth brother, it seems that the second brother is more of a genius in the magic world than you. Honestly, besides you, is there a second magic holy body in your magic world? Damo Guyan burst out laughing. Hiding so deeply and pretending to be so much like me, my chosen brother. Yan Yuro glanced at me, Tianxuan, with a thoughtful look in her eyes. So this is no wonder, we had friends with the second brother before. Easy, he was in brother Tianxuan's room at that time. Let me tell you, how did they get better so quickly? Yaimeng Chenzu suddenly realized, I didn't. I was the chosen one and wanted to cry without tears. What the hell is this thing called? Why does God know that Gui Xiao's magical attainments seem to be higher than his? What the hell is that fire dragon? He couldn't even recognize what kind of magic it was. Moreover, the attack power, even if it is a weak point attack, is too exaggerated, right? How many equipment and props does he wear that enhance the power of magic? There is a wise saying in the magic world that poor people are not worthy of studying magic. I, the chosen one, suddenly felt that the poverty that God knows and ghosts know is all just an act. It seems that I am missing this or that. As soon as I took it out, it was something earth-shattering. Is this called poverty? I'm still here, pretending to be a cold area. I am completely speechless. Second brother, this battle will shock the 3,000 realms. Desert Lonely Smoke sighed endlessly. With the Xuanwu Holy Sun offline, the audience began to take a closer look at God knows and Ghost Xiao. They are all running. God knows, Ghosts and Dawn are the two swords that brought the empty road back home. Unexpectedly, when I came here, I saw that exaggerated fire dragon killing the Holy Sun of Xuanwu instantly. This is so outrageous, what kind of monster is this? Su Xiao held up the mask. He also didn't expect that the fire dragon hitting Holy Sun Xuanwu would trigger a weak point attack. The result was a matter of seconds. This will definitely make him unable to match his opponent. Su Xiao felt anxious and continued to enter the match. At the same time, the 3,000 worlds of the human race were once again stormed. Just looking at the news headlines is enough to attract the attention of every new lord. Open black lens bracket. The defeat of the children of the world, close black lens bracket. God knows the ghost, the sky-reaching fire dragon, instantly kills the Holy Sun of Xuanwu. Close black lens bracket. Breaking the turtle shell, suspected to be the son of the world in the magical world. The new star of human magic, challenging the 3,000 realms of the human race. Confirmation of declaration, I am the strongest in the human race. Once the popularity rises, it will be difficult to avoid some exaggerated plots. It didn't take long for it to evolve into The magic world wants to challenge the 3,000 worlds of the human race. TMD, why didn't I know there was such a monster in our magical world? How long has he been chanting before he can initiate such a huge political movement? By the way, it's a lost magic. I've never heard of it. If you only have the form of a fire dragon, you can do it casually, but at the same time you can maximize its power. There is no such magic in existence. The top of the 9,999-story magic tower. Some old people at the top of magic are holding a round table meeting. What's going on? Many people have come to challenge us in the magic world, so Weizan will lose. An old man glared. Then God knows the ghost, can't we contact you? Unable to contact, read and not replied. I said, can you King stop pretending? Who trained it? Don't believe me. I'm convinced, why not? An irritable old magic man slapped the table and stood up. Wearing a magic hat on his head, he stared with angry eyes. He is my chosen master. All the old people looked at each other, then looked at him. Grinner, you're not directing or acting, are you? An old man looked at the grumpy old man suspiciously. Ha, I direct and act myself. The grumpy old man's eyes widened. One magic holy body is not enough, you can cultivate two. Okay, everyone knows you are a badass, doctor. Hammer. God knows what the ghost knows, I didn't train him. The grumpy old man blushed. Really, I swear by the god of magic. After hearing this, everyone looked at each other in shock. Then who on earth trained such a magical prodigy who defies the will of heaven? At this time, an old man said silently, is it possible that we are not from the magic world? Fart. Greener was the first to retort. People who are not from the magic world can develop such a high level of magic. What if you didn't research it, but got the opportunity in the endless world? Listen to this. Everyone suddenly realized, these civilizations with their own cultivation systems will subconsciously ignore the Lord's skills. Because no one will practice the Lord technique. What if? Is there someone who is so lucky that they have obtained an excellent legal system Lord technique in the endless world? Everyone was silent. Is that really possible? Judging from that power, it must be at least the legendary 9 stars, or even higher. How many days has this started? Human race. Could it be that an epic person appeared? After a while, there was no opponent. Su Xiao looked at the remaining territory energy and wondered if it was time to stop. Current territory energy balance, 53,1564. Such a large amount of territory energy can accelerate the upgrade of many buildings in the early stage. At this moment, the prompt started. Matched opponent. Unparalleled in the world. Su Xiao's eyes lit up. A handsome young man dressed in white appeared on the battle platform. His eyes were indifferent, and he had a rather carefree temperament. As soon as he opened his mouth, he said, this bet is too small. I will bet as much as you have territorial energy. Hearing this, Su Xiao was happy. I have 530,000, are you sure? Then 530,000. The young man in white nodded. 50,000 territory energy is not worthy of me. The battle stake has been changed to 530,000 territory energy. Close black lens bracket. Su Xiao was a little embarrassed by the territorial energy that came to her door. Is this person more awesome than that holy son of Xuanwu just now? Su Xiao looked around. The reaction of the audience who discovered that those space barriers were blocking them seemed not as strong as when they saw holy son Xuanwu. All of them are stupid. If he hadn't seen them crazy before, Su Xiao might have thought these guys were NPCs. What's going on? Su Xiao felt that Zhong was confused. At the same time, in an independent viewing space, Damo Guyan and others looked at the figure in white and remained silent. I didn't expect that he would even come. Damo Guyan sighed, and when he saw the young man in white, he seemed to be reminded of some bad memories. Have you ever fought with him? Yan Yuro asked curiously. Yeah, the chosen one, was stunned for a moment. I lost to him too. Yaimeng Qinzu clenched her fists. Everyone was silent again. It seems that everyone has been challenged by this human race's holy son. In this year of destiny that came into being, the human race's holy son, Zheng Wunian, is invincible in all 3,000 realms. The genius of the same generation is the strongest. At the age of 12, he was crowned the holy son of the human race, truly the most powerful genius of the human race. Deserved. Under his command, countless sons of the world were defeated. Yan Yuro never expected that the appearance of Shinji Guixiao would attract the attention of the human race's holy son. If there are 3,000 realms of the human race, and each realm has its own son of the world, then Jun Wunian is the son of the world who belongs to the entire human race. Those who enjoy the luck of the planet, such as Yi Zicho. Those who share the destiny of the universe are like Yan Yuro. Jun Wunian enjoys the destiny of the entire human race and the 3,000 realms. He symbolizes the new generation of the human race itself. In the future, there will be battles between the heaven-level geniuses, and there is no doubt that he will fight on behalf of the human race. The son of this clan has now become a lord. How many opportunities can we get in the endless world? Just thinking about it felt scary, and Yan Yuro didn't dare to think about it deeply. Well, when I was defeated by him, I was depressed for several months. Desert Guyan sighed. Second brother is so pitiful. After this battle is over, let's go comfort him. Yi Meng Qinzu said distressedly. What they faced was just the human race Jun Wunian. Now, God knows that Guixiao is facing the human race's holy son, Lord Jun Wunian. How strong will Jun Wunian be after becoming a lord? No one knows. How to comfort him? If he is depressed and cannot come online, we won't be able to find him. I am the chosen one and shrugged. Isn't he from your magic world? When the time comes, we can just go to the magic world to find him, said Desert Guyan. Ah, then I don't know. I was speechless. Install, continue to install. Everyone rolled their eyes at me as the chosen one. With that kind of magical power, they have already determined that God knows and Guixiao comes from the magical world. On the Lord Battle platform, Jun Wunian stared at Su Xiao, remained silent for a while, and then said, "You're not going to take action. You go out first." Su Xiao replied. Why? Jun Wunian asked. Well, I'm afraid I'll win too quickly and there won't be any opponents to challenge me later, Su Xiao said sincerely. Jun Wunian was stunned for a moment, then smiled and said, "If you can really defeat me, no one in the entire 3,000 worlds of the human race will accept the challenge." Ah, is that an exaggeration? Su Xiao was numb. It seems that the young man in white clothes in front of him is more powerful than the holy son of Xuanwu. In this case, Su Xiao's eyes became solemn. Then we can't lose Jingzhou because we underestimate the enemy. This was a battle in which he had 530,000 territorial energy. Perhaps it is not worth mentioning to those powerful geniuses. But for him, it is related to the development of the territory in the future. After fighting this Lord battle, there is no better way to earn a lot of territory energy in a short time. That's true. I don't want to win against an opponent who doesn't show his full strength. Don't even think about showing appreciation with your eyes. God knows and ghosts know vs unparalleled in the world. The war is about to break out. I once defeated the saint of the cultivation world when I competed for the seat of the human race's saint son. I have defeated martial arts without any hostility. Defeated the magical holy body. They left a deep impression on me. I hope you can bring me more excitement. Jun Wunian waved his hand, and a dagger-like short sword appeared in his hand. Hearing this, Su Xiao had a strange look on his face. Why did he sound so familiar? It couldn't be Damo Guyan and the others. God knows what the ghost knows. Are they you? Su Xiao asked in the group chat. Space barriers can isolate the audience's sound. But the sound on the Lord Battle platform can reach the ears of every audience. Desert Guyan. Ah, no, there's no way I'm not hostile. Yan Yuro. There are many saints in the world of cultivation. I am the chosen one. I can't count the number of magic holy bodies in the magic world on my fingers. Who knows who he is talking about? Yimeng Qinzu. Hehe. Everyone denied it. This kind of embarrassing failure is not worth publicizing. Su Xiao's eyes moved towards the dagger in Jun Wunian's hand. This sword is too short. Even if it is used by children, it is too short. It is said to be a sword, but it is shorter than a dagger, but it looks like a sword. It's like a sword shrunk with a magnifying glass. Very strange. They say an inch long is an inch strong. Using this sword is not as convenient as using your own fists. While thinking, Su Xiao moved. Since he is a genius who can defeat Desert Guyan and others, he should go all out. Whoosh. The glorious long sword cuts off Jun Wunian's lazy waist. Su Xiao froze on the spot. Just, as simple as that. Is this the only speed you have? To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. The voice came from the right. Jun Wunyan stood there, shaking his head slightly. Look at your previous battle records. I believe that, like me, you are a full attack plus point type. I didn't expect you to be so stupid. All attackers are dancing on the tip of the knife. Our health points are not as good as others, and our defense is not as good as others. Since you are going to use the full attack style, you should develop your speed to the extreme. I didn't expect that speed would be your weakness. Looking at the residual image that was cut off by Lazy Yao, he slowly healed himself. Su Xiao was silent. Immediately afterwards, he turned to the right, and in an instant, he slashed dozens of swords. Not only that, the angel's radiance extended, forming streaks of golden sword light, raging across the Lord battle platform. After the sword flashed, Jun Wunian still stood there. There was an unconcealable loss in his eyes. It's a good idea to use sword energy as a net to prevent me from setting foot. But, if you want to use range attacks, you might as well try your magic. Jun Wunian stared at Su Xiao, asking for flowers. Su Xiao frowned. What is the situation of this young man in white clothes, and why can't he be beaten? Is it dodge ability? Suddenly, Su Xiao's pupils shrank, and she subconsciously expanded the angel's brilliance in her hand, transforming from a long sword into a shield. An easy sound sounded. Jun Wunyan held the white dagger and pierced the shield formed by the angel's light. Stab Su Xiao in the chest. Wujian armor trembled. Suddenly, there was a powerful impact and Su Xiao flew backwards. It didn't stop until several hundred meters. The glorious sword was inserted into the ground, and Su Xiao wiped the blood from the corner of her mouth while she stabilized her body. Open black lens bracket HP 2765, close black lens bracket. If he withstands 2 more attacks like this, he will be defeated. Your armor is not bad. Jun Wunyan said with envy on his face. I want it too. That's it, Su Xiao replied. He stared at Jun Wunyan. Judging from Jun Wunyan's attacks, his level had reached at least level 40. Sell it, Jun Wunyan asked again. Not for sale, Su Xiao replied. Listen to me, don't think of a look of disappointment on your face. In a daze for a moment, dressed in white, Yi came to Su Xiao again. Your comprehensive speed is too slow. Whether it's nerve reflex speed, attack speed, or movement speed, it's all too slow. You can't beat me like this. While speaking, Jun Wunyan dodged Su Xiao's attack and attacked Su Xiao again with a white dagger in his hand. The condensation of Angel's brilliance was broken again. Open black lens bracket HP 2765, close black lens bracket. Su Xiao's figure flew out again. This time, he lay on the ground, and there were faint cracks in the mask on his face. Jun Wunyan was stunned. He's not dead yet. The life value is so high. The audience was silent. In the past, starting from Milti, people who paid attention to the gods and ghosts also shook their heads. I can't bear the slightest thought of cheering for God to know the truth. In the independent viewing space, Desert Gaian and others, Bali schedule. It's not that they don't cheer. But God knows what ghosts are facing. Don't think about it. Even if it is an unwinnable battle, cheering is more like irony. Su Xiao put his hands on the ground. He knew that he could no longer bear Jun Wunyan's attacks. Even if you use the energy of infinite karma fire to offset the damage, it is meaningless. He can only be beaten passively and cannot fight back. All efforts should be made. Wow, 12 white wings bloomed from behind Su Xiao. The angelic radiance suppressed in the body broke out of control at this moment and poured out. They are cheering and jumping for joy. Angel glory, fully open. Su Xiao stood up with his hands on the ground. The 12 wings rippled slightly behind him. The black hair grew longer in the waves, and transformed into silver in the angelic light. His pale golden eyes stared at Jun Wunyan indifferently, seemingly without a trace of emotion. Looking at this situation, Jun Wunyan reached out and wiped his eyes, took a look, and wiped them again. This is. In the audience seats, everyone was stunned, mouths open, motionless. Even his jaw was dislocated and he didn't feel anything. After a while, the sound of gasping for cold air came and went. 10, 12 wings. What kind of ability is this? In the independent viewing space, Damo Guyan and others suddenly stood up. They stared at Su Xiao, staring at Su Xiao's silver hair and 12 white wings. Plus, according to legend, among all the tribes in the heavens, there are angel tribes. Angel, symbolizing the myth of the heavens. And the 12 wings. Yan Yuro's voice was a little hoarse. That's a myth among angels. 12 wings, holy angel. Could it be that my second brother has angel blood? Oh my god, could he be an angel on earth? And it's also a 12-winged angel. Isn't this a bit exaggerated? Yaimeng Qinzu screamed and stared at Su Xiao, with little stars of admiration appearing in her pupils. Su Xiao took a step forward. One step, reaching you in front of Zheng Wunyan. Use your hand as a sword and cut it down with one strike. His whole body is covered with angelic radiance, and there is no need to use the radiant condensed sword. Zheng Wunyan's eyes widened, frantically warning of a death crisis. Whoosh! The golden light fell. Heaven and earth were divided into 2 parts. I wonder if this speed. Are you satisfied? Su Xiao looked at it calmly. Zheng Wutai, who escaped a life or death blow and had part of his skull cut off from his forehead. Face covered with blood. Don't think about your righteousness. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.